Do it now because sometimes later becomes never. Namaskar, welcome to Next IS. I hope you are doing well. In this video, we will cover major headlines of the Hindu, Indian Express, and Press Information Bureau. So, without wasting any time, let's start today's discussion. Now, recently, water hyacinth covered a vast portion of the Vembanad Lake of Kerala. Talking about water hyacinth, it is an aquatic weed which is common in water bodies across South Asia, including India. It is native of Brazil. It can form dense mats that spread out across water surfaces, eventually choking the entire water body. It significantly impacts the local community by disrupting water transport and inland fisheries sector. Now, 24th SCO Summit will be held on 4th July under the presidency of Kazakhstan. An External Affairs Minister of India will lead the Indian delegation at the summit. Talking about the agenda of the summit, here leaders are expected to review the organization's activities over the past 2 decades and discuss the state and prospects of multilateral cooperation. India's priorities in Shanghai Cooperation Organization are shaped by the Prime Minister's vision of a secure SCO. Here, secure stands for security, economic cooperation, connectivity, unity, respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity, and environmental protection. Now, let's know about Shanghai Cooperation Organization. It is a permanent intergovernmental international organization which was established in 2001 in Shanghai by Kazakhstan, China, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Tajikistan, and Uzbekistan. India and Pakistan became full member of SCO in 2017. Now, recently, Reserve Bank of India proposed rationalizing regulations that cover export and import transactions with an aim to promote ease of doing business and empower banks to provide more efficient services to their foreign exchange customers. This was part of the draft regulations released by Central Bank under the Foreign Exchange Management Act. Now, recently, Rashtriya Samaj Sevak Sangh Chief released a book on Abdul Hameed, which is titled Mere Papa Paramveer, another book titled Bharat Ka Musalman. Talking about Abdul Hameed, he was a 1965 India-Pakistan war hero. He laid down his life while fighting Pakistan Army's patent tanks in the Battle of Asal Uttar. He was awarded Paramveer Chakra. Talking about Asal Uttar, it is situated in Punjab and it is close to India-Pakistan border. The Battle of Asal Uttar was fought from 8 to 10 September 1965 and Indian resistance near Khemkaran is considered as one of the key turning points of 1965 India-Pakistan war. Next article talks about ABH Mudra and it is in the news because in his first speech as a leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi invoked ABH Mudra, which is commonly understood as conveying reassurance and freedom from fear. And do you know friends, in Sanskrit the term mudra could mean a seal, mark, sign or currency, but in Buddhist context it refers to hand or arm gestures made during the course of ritual practice or depicted in images of Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Tantric deities and other Buddhist images. Now, Ministry of Mines is in initial stages of designing a production-linked incentive scheme to boost the recycling of critical minerals in India. This move aims to foster circular economy and do you know friends, proposed PLI scheme aligns with the policy recommendations from Niti Aayog and it complements the Battery Waste Management Rules 2022 which mandate phased recycling of used electric vehicle lithium-ion batteries from 2026 onwards. Now, recently, UN Trade and Development released Global Trade Update and according to it, global trade improved in first quarter of 2024 with value of trade in goods increasing by 1% quarter over quarter and services about 1.5% and the global trade growth was driven by increased exports from China, India and United States. The trade growth varied across sectors with green energy and AI related products experiencing stronger increases and outlook for 2024 remains positive, but geopolitical issues and industrial policies will continue reshaping global trade patterns. Next article talks about Aditya Elven mission, which is India's first solar mission and recently Aditya Elven spacecraft has completed its first halo orbit around the Sun-Earth Elven point. It was launched in September 2023 and was inserted in its targeted halo orbit on January 6, 2024. This mission is aimed at observing and understanding the chromospheric and coronal dynamics of the Sun in a continuous manner. Now, recently, Indian Army contingent departed for the 13th edition of India-Thailand Joint Military Exercise Matri, which is scheduled to be conducted from 1st July to 15 July in Thailand. Last exercise was conducted in Meghalaya in 2019. This exercise will enable the two sides to share their best practices in tactics, techniques, and procedures for conduct of joint operations. Now, recently in Japan, The number of hand, foot, and mouth disease infections has exceeded the warning levels nationwide for the first time in nearly 5 years. Talking about hand, foot, and mouth disease, it is a common illness that usually causes fever, mouth sores, and skin rash. It can spread quickly at schools and daycare centers. It usually affects infants and children, but it can also affect adults. Its symptoms include fever, loss of appetite, feeling unwell, skin rashes, and sore throat. So, with this, let's conclude today's discussion. Thanks for listening, and for regular updates, you can follow us on various social media platforms.